You won't find it, young man, with a popping of pill under your tongue, or a needle in your veins, or in the backseat of an automobile indulging in illicit sex. The emptiness will still be there after it's all over. The crying out for release and fulfillment, and a thirst that's never slaked nor satisfied. But if you'll look through this facade of religion that many profess but do not possess, if you will look through the hypocrisy and the veneer of righteousness that tries to hide a cesspool of filth and sin and wickedness, if you'll wade through it all, you'll still find the Christ of Calvary lives tonight, and he satisfies. He fills the empty heart. He satisfies the sin-benighted soul. He cleanses the life that's been stained and wrecked by the powers of hell. I am come, he said, that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. Young man and young lady, he is the one to look to, and he can still satisfy the thirst of a craving soul. You won't
Live. What's going on, guys? Did we enjoy Jimmy Swaggart? And can you hear the beeping in the background? 'Cause I sure can. So we're doing it. Where are we? It's been one of those days. Here we go. Let's I'm having my Google is acting weird. Well, it's not acting weird. It's what you like to call user error, I believe, because I'm an idiot. So let's pull this shit up here and let's make sure we're rolling. And we're rolling. So what's going on? Good evening, everyone. Wow. Got over 60 chats and we're just getting started. I apologize for the delay. We, oh, it's not. You know what it is? Hold on. I'll be right back. That, ladies and gentlemen, was my kitchen timer for the microwave, which I set because I cooked myself a pizza, which I don't have, and then I've got other bells and whistles going off. Oh, Panhandler, calm the fuck down. Jeez, buddy. Come on. And believe me, that's what it feels like, Cigarette Jones, chasing after a car rolling downhill. So tonight we're in the headset phase. I kind of understand, and I obviously you can see the green screen fades through behind me. I guess which is why Brennan looks like he's got a banana on his head. And what can I tell you? So anyway, that's the deal. It's just little old me tonight, and unless somebody pops in, Dave has the link, but he wasn't home and didn't know if he could make it. So we're there, and we did have a guest scheduled, but that person canceled earlier. Sam Bibley, the blue and tan is nice. Yes, if I turned off the blue, which I could probably do, I don't think I have anything behind me but a green screen. It's actually pink. So, but we're gonna you know that thing where they say don't do the natural light and shit? I have windows behind me, and as the sun sets, it will get dark. Let's see if we can just turn down the studio, the living room lighting. Maybe we'll get some more of that pink in there, but I guess not. So let's do a quick chat roll call. Acid Dust, the greatest show. I hear Acid Dust is a anti-Crumb person for some reason, and I have no idea why, because Crumb is such a nice fella, but I hear back in the day he might not have been, but there we go. And I'm putting in the super tip link into the chat, and I hope you people feel free to use that. I was watching Karmic before I came on because I wanted to see if he survived the weekend with Felicia, and I guess he did. And but wow, his super chats come rolling in, and I'm a little blown away by that, considering that he played that Matador song, which was kind of embarrassing. But in any event, um, but there we go. Who am I to judge? If I knew what talent was, uh, I wouldn't be such a fan of the people that I am, right? So 72 was the code, people. 72. And now I got another code because Google likes me to sign in twice. So that's it. So pretty cool stuff going on here. We had a shooting in New York last night. I guess everybody was hoping for another Luigi Mangione, but we wound up getting a guy who's mad at the NFL. So there you go. We got Chris Mack is here. A Chris. I don't know who the A Chris is, but Chris, welcome. Johnny Payton, number 8. Panhandler. Describing his life. Yuck. The deft man is here. What's up, Brandon? We haven't seen you in a bit. Carla! Schmuel, your thumbnails are always so cute. Thank you. It's fan art, I will call it, to make it sound like I actually have fans. And let's see, KB is here, Lady KB. If the other KB is here, he's sniping us. Where do we got there? Young Old Vibes is here. Yeah, Cookie needed help putting shit in the car. Mr. Z, finally, very cool show, is here. We did Chris Mack. Cigarette Jones. Cigarette is our person of the evening who's going to ban Panhandler. And I'm trying to show this one. Cigarette Jones, Schmuel learned it from Ray. Actually, I didn't. At least I put up like music or something. It was this is one of those things, like being married is always so much fun because I I went through, so I've explained this a million times, right? But I'm at the condo during the week because she gets to work remote so much. She's down at the beach, but she was here and was going to leave and go down to the beach. And I said, okay, but this is what's going to happen when I come home. I have to get set up, blah, blah, blah. I won't be able to talk to you. And she's like, oh, no, I'm going to leave before you get there. And of course, I get home and she's still here and then wants to talk. Then gets mad because I can't talk because I'm trying to get set up. Then I get the look of, you're not going to help me carry the stuff down to the car. So there we go. Yeah, it is what it is. But it's always the joy. I think that I'm not going to say all women, but I think certainly my wife is one of those women that likes to need to be needed, you know? And so there's always a little bit of competition between what you plan to do and what you want to do and what they want to do. But um, what are you going to do? Ah, ha, ha. All right. Tell Stealth I'll hop on if he shows. And I'll tell you what, I will. I don't know. Is he here? I don't know whether I should do it. Mr. Buckman, I heard Aaron shot a 105. I think we can take him during our golf tourney. Um, God, what a fucking shit show that was, huh? That whole thing. We'll talk about it a little bit. I have my old school, notebook, and I was writing notes earlier today about stuff I wanted to go over. So, uh, I I was thinking today, I was laughing because I was thinking about who's up and who's down in the Dabbleverse, and also who am I to judge? Um, but fuck it, I'll judge it anyway. Uh, so we'll start with, and I'm not going to just jump in because I want to do some of the chat stuff here. But I'm going to say that I got a list of all the people that I could remember in the Dabbleverse, and I just want to say that Cardiff and Tukey are even, no change. So we'll start there, but then we'll get into stuff. Wait. Stealth has gone. Final boss after Clown Town on Saturday. Wait, was there another final boss Clown Town thing that happened? Um, I I enjoy final boss's chat here, but I have to tell you, um, he's like 20 years old, um, seemingly kind of big, with Sonic the Hedgehog behind him, and he's telling people how they should live their life. Um, and he was engaged to a girl who was sort of there or not there. Like, I don't know, does she live in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada? And he was going to propose at a wedding, and everything about him just reeks like a guy that uh, needs to go out and join like some group where he can interact with human beings off the web. But that's just my personal experience. Wait, my volume should be okay, right? My volume is still good? I think. Yeah, it should be good. My registers are showing it. All right. Mint Diggity, stealth was masterful on Clowntown. Oh. Oh. Um, Peter Sky Parker. Here we go. If we don't get one shit porn comment a night, it's not a night. Peter Sky Parker. Schmuel, is there any truth to the rumors I heard from Karmic about you and Green Day Billy Joe making shit porn? No, I think that would be more that's more like a karmic thing, right? Like he's way more into porn, and I watched him interacting with Felicia, and I you get my point. So I think Billy Joe goes way more his end than mine. Dirty Deeds is here. Panhandler, I have to admit, I like High Hopes. I think I was a little too critical of his post. Rising stuff. Blanket statement that it all sucked was too harsh. I think I must have just missed that. Um, oh, I hear Stealth fought with Ashley on Clowntown. I have an Ashley announcement to make, but I'm going to hold that back for a little bit. Um, wait. Yeah, I got to be honest, guys. I mean, I do, I really do get why people like Karmic. He's got the voice. He's like an interesting character, I guess, on air, but um, I can't really listen to too much of it. It's just the same shit over and over again, and it's boring. And what do you call it? What little I saw, he said he wasn't gonna talk about Felicia and how beautiful she was, and this is like the greatest weekend or the greatest thing of his life. And I'm like, dude, you went for a weekend with a woman you've never met, and you're 41 years old. So, um, you need to get out more. Um, and I totally like look. I I don't know whether she's nice or not nice or what she is, but I could not imagine hooking up with a girl who went on air and talked all about her ex-boyfriend, right? No matter what he did to her, because it's like sooner or later that it's going to happen to you. And it's the only fucking attention that um, she gets. Like, she only gets attention when she's shitting on people, right? Particularly old boyfriends and stuff. Um, so I don't know, man. But they both, I guess they both live in their parents' places, or he's like, I don't know what he is. I don't want to say he lives in a double wide. I imagine he does have a house. It is on his parents' property. Um, but we have a which I'll put up in a little bit. I saw an MGD clip today. Um, that was let me just see if I can pull her up here. I saw an MGD clip today where he's complaining about, the pain of going to the grocery store, and how, oh my god, he hates all the people where he lives, and how mean they are, and how he has to get out of town. And it's like, no matter where he goes, he's going to be there. So he's always going to have a problem. And it's just I'm just like, I, dude, like, just, I don't know. Like I said, I can see why he's interesting, but he just never he's not going to grow up. And whoever you wind up with is going to wind up taking care of this guy. Now I understand that there may be chicks that want to do that, but oh my god, like, and what difference does it make? Wherever he goes, he's not going to go outside anyway, right? It's like all he's going to do is sit in his place and play with his AI music, and he keeps talking about playing the guitar and stuff, and I kind of want to see it. I want to see some of that. I was looking for the MGD clip, and I thought for sure that I downloaded it, but it looks like I may not have. And I know I subbed to her channel, but I'm not seeing it in my channel list. So if somebody wants to tell me what her YouTube channel is, I can pull it up. But it was a good catch. He's unbelievable. At 41, you're kind of set in your ways. Right. But the thing is though, is that it's 41. You're 41 and you're whining all the time about how everything the world is against you, and how you're not happy, and uh Jesus, all sorts of shit. And it's like, stop, just stop. Um, you know, like, grow the fuck up. And if there's anything in the Dabbleverse that I do find that I don't like, it's the number of young men who whine about their position in life. And you meet a lot of people who are like, they're really doing it, and then there are others that are just like, everything sucks, everything's, oh, everybody's against me. With him, I'm going to assume that it's probably mostly an act, that he's mostly character. I ask that question all the time, of everybody that talks to me about his thing, and I'm always like, is he, like, is it character, or is this the real him? And people seem to think that it's a little bit of both. I just I don't know. I just find him annoying, almost as annoying about this thing on Evmux. And I've been really happy, and I've really liked Evmux so far, except I can't hear myself when I talk. The monitor doesn't play back in my ear. So I'm never really sure, and it feels like I'm just talking to myself. I don't even get to hear myself. Um, check Discord. Me check Discord. I go on Discord, and Discord is like over fucking whelming to me. And I get all like and people change too much shit. I thought I had Discord open, not open, but I thought I had it in my system, but apparently I don't. So I'm not gonna do it. But if you just tell me the channel. Oh, ha 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 ha! Hey, Final Boss, we were just talking about you. Um, Big W, Sorcerer, I'm sorry you had to hang out with that dude. That can't be the real Sorcerer, right? See, this is what happens with Discord is takes over my system. Sorcerer, Panhandle, my hash brown Goomba. Really, Sorcerer? Sorcerer, if that is you, can I send you a link? Um, I'd I'd love to have you on. I think you're afraid of me. You're either afraid of me or I bore you so much you stay away from me, like you think I'm a real lunatic. So one of the two. But I did have fun cornering you in an elevator. That was hilarious. Um, the secret Schmuel Discord. Yeah. Mr. Z says, tell me about it, Buckman. I'm blocked on most. Really? On on Discords? It's funny because people who come on here, this is like um not the last stop, but I guess it's the next stop on the train after they've been banned from all the other stops. It's like the only one, it's the first one they're allowed to get off. So then they stay here for a while and then disappear someplace else. Um, in any event, I am going to hold on one sec. I want to get off Twitter, so we're going to do that now. I Twitter inflates the numbers so bad that it makes me think there's too many people here, and I don't ever. I don't like deluding myself. That's one of the big things. So, uh, we're gonna put extreme ending on YouTube. So I don't know if you guys saw, but the creator news of the day is that you can now curse in the first 7 seconds of your show, and you will not be demonetized. You're still allowed to collect monetization. So I have no idea whether that's a good idea or not. All right. X is terminated. So here we are. All right. Let's go. Sorcerer, we're getting drunk. Talking about taking the boats out on the water. Dude, if you really knew what to do with the Sorcerer, you'd have him get some of that caviar he had. That shit is fucking amazing. Amazing. Sorcerer, you should have come to brunch with us. I hope you're talking to me, but again, I I thought that was very classy of you to buy everyone shots, but I want to leave you alone. I think everybody wants to, there's some guys like him, everybody wants to talk to. There's some people that everybody wants to talk to, so I just try to leave those people alone. And that's my that's my way of handling it. I don't want to be a pain in the ass, but I really was the first time. I was kind of blown away to see the Sorcerer because he was it's one of the few times when I've met people that from Twitter that are more impactful in person than they are like he's a pretty, what's the word that I'm looking for? He's a pretty impressive guy like on Twitter, but in person, um he's tall. He's I don't know, he just looks like he's smart. So what can I what can I tell you? But I enjoyed it. And Peter Sky Parker, I actually found it. Thank you. Can you tell me? Do you know which one? Oh, there it is. I've got it. But it's 8 minutes long, so that may be a little bit too much. Schmuel, a day one sorcerer simp. Yeah, I've been a Sorcerer Simp forever. No, I found Sorcerer Simp interesting. Sorcerer Simp. I found Sorcerer interesting in when he first went on Brennan. Not so much anymore because I would really like to see him talk to what do you call it? Some of these guys about their substance abuse a little bit more, but he can't really do that. Check this out. Dirty deeds. Foie gras is greater than caviar. The thing is, Deeds, a guy like Sorcerer, that's why you hook up with him. You can have both. You don't have to have them at the same time. Um, he looks like he saw dead people as a youth. He's got some piercing ass blue eyes. If he were, if I was doing kind of like thing with him where to talk, I'd look away because I would think his eyes are looking through me. And where did that fruit swervy go? I don't really know what that means. You hooked up with Noga. I thought we were a thing. Noga. All right. And KB, Schmuel. All right, kids. Supertip.gg/Buckman. Schmuel, send KB the link. KB can have it if she wants it. I don't. She usually what do you call it? I love to have Beyond with KB, but she's usually busy, and I don't want to cause her any problem. The sorcerer is dreamy. Just say it. I don't want to say what you said about him. So, all right. Oh my God. OG Mumbling Nick. Is Schmuel still ducking JMO? JMO's on my list. So, and I mean, we could talk about JMO now, but let's figure out how we're going to invite a guest. We're going to hit copy. We're going to go over to DMs, and we're going to type in. This is me doing the John thing, where John goes da da da. Da. I'll talk it out, and that way I'll actually remember what I'm doing, and I will send Lady KB the link, which I have. So Lady KB has it. Oh, still ducking JMO. I don't know what I can't quite figure out what JMO's deal is, right? We've talked about this, Nick and I, and we really thought like he was being trolled into this by Mir and Musk because that's what they do, right? They try to convince people that you're the new streaming sensation, and then they get you in, they kind of befriend you, and you wind up being trolled mercilessly and not sure of how to handle it. Some of us have been lucky enough to avoid it or quickly pick it out. So I kind of thought that's what was happening to him, which is what then got me accused of being a gatekeeper, which I wasn't. But and Nick was accused of the same thing too. So JMO's can come on whenever he wants, but JMO knows where where to find me. But in any event, God, who knew Buckman was so gay for the saucer? I'm embarrassed for all Schmuels. Hey, you gotta you gotta bend over a little bit when you're trying to get a guest. Could you imagine how fucking mad Brennan would be if the sorcerer came on here? Ugh, I'd love it. I'd love it. All right. Oh, it's JMO, Uncle Buck. KB has the link. We can turn off the auto mod, Schmuel. I don't even know what auto mod is, so how do I turn it off? Um, KB gets it from Schmuel. Well, anybody with that rack, you know. I may be old, but I'm not dead. Um, we're not. Nope. Nope. No. JMO is welcome to come on, but not tonight. Um, I'm hoping Lady KB comes on, and if she doesn't, we'll probably go early. So if the sorcerer is still here, I really need him to answer a question for me. All right. So I wear the headset, and any over-the-ear headset I wear, I have no problem with my left ear. None, zero. But my right ear, the ear, not hearing, no problem there. My ear gets numb. Am I dying? I mean, I know I'm dying, but like, am I dying sooner? So, uh, ask Gabo. I used to date Mumbling Nick a few years ago. I'm sure Nick loved it. Nick's a good guy. Lady KB, you haveth the link if you'd like to come on. Noga, this show is riveting. I know. It's because you're here. Otherwise, you should see what happens when you're not here. It's fucking amazing. All right. KB, I expect some hot takes. Big W, I would love to send you the link as well. I just don't want to send the link to people who don't want it. That's my deal. There we go. And it's gonna take a second, and boom, Beauty has arrived.
Hello, 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 hello.
Jesus,
How are
that's
you?
loud. That's great. Hi. This is the problem I have with Evmux is I can't hear myself, right, when I'm talking until a guest comes on, and then when you come on, it's so loud it blows the one side of my head into the other.
Oh, I've never used Zedmux. This is all new to me.
Oh, and I just hit an old super chat. So thank you, Nodak, for the $5 the other night. Good egg. What's going on?
Not too much. How are you?
I'm good. I got no complaints. And
Good,
I'm
good.
drinking ice, which is probably going to make noise, but I left the timer on and I forgot to get a straw. So here we go. And I saw tonight Cardiff is stealing my bit of glass bottles.
Oh, he
But
is?
yeah, but he's drinking Fanta. I got to teach him to get some real shit. This is the Doritos stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah. I've
but
never had one, but
Mexican Coke is so yesterday, right? It's like 2024. You got to update to the Doritos, and it's hilarious because in the neighborhood that I'm in, there must be like a shortage of pineapple because they're bodegas. They're always got plenty of this stuff, but they haven't had pineapple in almost a week, and today they only had 2 strawberries left. I was very disappointed, and
did you go complain like a Karen?
no, do you think they'd care? You know,
No, I'd be like, get out of here.
it it's a bodega owned by people from Bangladesh. Um,
Oh, yeah.
but I went to the Chinese grocery store today and I bought I don't it was 2 things and a bottle of water, but it was like $4 or $5 and I realized I had no cash with me, so I go to use my debit card. Nah, $10 minimum. $10 minimum. And I'm like, I forgot my cash and I come in here all the time. Okay, 25 cents. She charged me 25 cents for using my debit card. But
They did that at the nail salon too. They're like, cash only. Like, come on.
I love I love them. I just I don't know what I would do if I lived like in an all white area without all this stuff. Oh, look, it's our favorite troll, Dr. Chow. Mint me Mo McNulty going live in an hour.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm not gonna miss it.
I had McNulty blocked for years on
He's
Twitter.
he's weird.
I had no idea. I have no idea why I blocked him. And but I didn't know the name he's using now is not the name he was using then, but it's still the
Hmm.
same username, and he was blocked. And he was like, "On here, can you please unblock me on Twitter?" And I said, I went, look, I don't know why I did it, but I don't really generally block people. So it's either before Twitter had a mute button,
I love that
or
mute button.
or he was a real asshole. The mute button is fantastic because
Yep.
people send you shit and they think you're getting it and you're not, and it's like, and they don't bother you, but yet they can take out their whatever. There's a
Yeah.
couple of people that do that to me. Um, Mr. Buckman, it would help if you send OG mumbling Nick. I get paid per booking. um, OG, did you get paid for Saturday night? He was on. Hey, Schmuel, Karmic just said, yeah, why is he claiming this?
Oh no.
It's not something, but there's a Serenity now. I- After look, after we read his manifesto last week, he's lucky that I'm even acknowledging him a little bit. I mean, I admit I read it, but oh
Ugh.
my God, was it embarrassing. So, and he did a tweet today too that was he needs to go to like a creative writing class, or maybe just
Yeah.
English composition. So that's the deal.
Well, I'm gonna send you my manifesto someday, and you'll have to read it too, just on principle.
I yeah, but from now on, I'm reading manifestos. I'm not reading love letters to Karmic, and
Oh, damn.
that's the answer. And that was, oh my God, I'm expecting the Unabomber, right? And I
Yeah.
got w- Cyrano. So it was, and you know, less GB of the Eucharist that is Crown Royal 87 times. We did the I I was fooling around with AI in my office. I have a this system that can take, like, you take your writing and then it tries to make it better for like business purposes and stuff. And
Yeah.
what I put into his, so I put in the whole thing, and I got back like 3 paragraphs. It went from like 6 pages to 3 paragraphs, and the 3 paragraphs shockingly made sense. But they got rid of all of the there are a lot of ye and Christ and this and that, and but it's funny because it's like it asks you. It used to be a little bit funnier because you used to be able to. I used to be able to say to it like, "Write this in Mike Tyson's voice," kind of thing, and it would
Yeah.
do that. Now it seems more like it's more businessy, but I don't use it enough to actually really. Um,
What's it called?
it comes with. I have a management system. It's
Oh,
called it's called Eva, but I think that's just short for electronic voice assistant.
mm,
So it's not like it's not a standalone product, and it's also like my doctor. Well, you know this, right? The Remember in the old days when people used to have to transcribe their notes, and now they
yeah.
talk into the system. Um,
Yep.
but that system is designed for medical stuff. So if he said like, yeah, I've tried to just like write letters and stuff with it, and it's not the same, you know, and it'll turn simple words into complicated ones.
Yeah, sometimes those things, because with my job, I have to look through like medical records all day long, and some of them they don't translate. It'll be like some crazy word that they didn't mean to put in, and I'm like, did you actually mean? Because with coding and everything, you have to billing and coding, you have to put in the right terminology, otherwise, you don't get reimbursed. So anyway, sometimes they'll put in some really wacky words that'll translate to something, with their accents and whatnot. So it's wild.
Oh, I know. You know what I always found wild about this country and doctors and
Mm,
health professionals is that you can graduate from a foreign medical school and become a doctor in this country, right?
yeah.
You take tests and you can become a doctor. You cannot do the same for being a dentist. You have to attend a medical school in the United States.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found that out, and I'm like, I had a dentist, the one that I'm using now. For some reason, I mentioned it, and she's like, "Well, our techniques are so different and all this other stuff." but the first dentist that told me that said, "Nah, our union, the dental association or whatever they belong to, um, it's not technically a union. I know people don't. You don't have to tell me. They're just so strong that that's basically they've got that regulation through every state,
Mm.
and that's why like it's similar to like you can't buy a Tesla directly in New York State. You have to go through a dealer because car dealers donate so much money to the politicians. They've got all these laws protecting them. I know that's boring, but
Wild.
it's all part of the same thing. Did I lose you yet? All right. So what are you? I just want to go down. All right, guys. You know what's happening is I'm really kind of getting overwhelmed with chats. Frank Karmic uploaded his stand-up set. Would love to see Schmuel's set. Somewhere in America, I imagine exists a VCR tape with that on it. Um, I doubt my ex-wife took it with her, but I will ask her if she still has it because she was into a lot of that physical media stuff. Um,
Mm.
you have ear necrosis. No, I don't. I squeeze it. Oh, did you hear my question?
Partly. Repeat it again.
Okay. So when I wear a headset, right?
Hmm.
My left ear is fine. My right ear, the ear, not my no change to my hearing, but my right ear gets numb.
Hmm.
And if I do like the squeezy thing, it it gets white, gets pink, like there's blood flow and stuff. And it doesn't happen any other time.
I think it's ear aids, Schmuel. Sorry.
I thought I had that tonight earlier when I was listening to Karmic. Um, so yeah, it hurt. Uh, that's a sign of dementia. Look, that's the least of the signs of dementia is my numb ear. Let's all be honest. Um, I had to laugh because uh, I don't know, it was like 2 months ago, maybe not even that long. The same day that Joey Catalano said he hit his head on the concrete, that
No, I don't
morning
remember.
it doesn't really matter, but I had cleaned the hardwood floor and I slipped and fell and I hit a table and I cut the side of my head open, right? And
Jeez.
so yeah, it's fine, right? But it was bloody and it was gross, but it's a head wound. They just bleed.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, my so a couple of days later, I trip over something else. Now this time I trip because my wife likes to leave things on the basement stairs. So when I'm carrying something, I don't see it and fall. Um, and that turned into her wanting me to go to see the neurologist because I'm falling a lot. It didn't have anything to do with the box on the stairs. It was all about me. And I haven't
I think
felt
she's trying to kill you.
fell since.
Or or put you in a home or something. Be like, look, he's falling all the time. He needs to go.
I always ask her if she's trying to kill me. And but I tried to kill her today. So that was great. I used the lotion that you put on and shower off, like rinse off, the
Yeah.
Nivea. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
put on all the Nivea and but I was in and out of the shower so fast. When she got in, um she was sliding. It was all over the
Oh
floor.
no, poor
I
Cookie.
I ignored the warning on the bottle that says may make surfaces in your area slippery. Um, all right, so I want to go through this list, and
Okay.
all right, and there's a lot of names, and there's not really in any order. So it's just um, up or down, okay? Um, or if you have real feelings about it, we we can hear it, okay? But the part, so the goal is to get through the list and express feelings. But I have a feeling that most of the people we're just going to be up and down on. We're not really gonna have
Like up
like
or down in the Dabbleverse, like who's up and who's down, sort of
who's
thing.
up and
Okay.
and who's up and who's down. And you could also be, who's up or down in life. That's fine too. So all right. So I'll start just so we get the gist of this. Their show, from what we know of them and stuff, I'm gonna say the pretty antisocial girls are up,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
right? They A lot of people are interested in them. They've hit on great coverage with Steel Toe. Like everything is working for them. So that's basically where we're going. Got
I
it?
do. I've only seen a couple of their shows, but it's nice to have women on there that aren't like complete grifters or complete idiots that you see most of the time. I mean, I don't really like the Aaron stuff, so I don't watch a lot, but I do like them.
Yeah.
Nice
I
girls.
they Right, but they turn the Aaron it's not a comedy show. I mean, it's funny and it's cute, but it's informative and it's nice to see women acting seriously and being taken seriously and having a
Yeah,
good time while they're doing it. All right.
absolutely. I agree.
All right. What about Carl and Shuli? I'm going to put them together.
Down, way down.
Okay. All right. I thought they were I wrote Carl and Shuli. Who? Um they seem like they've kind of fallen off the map in the last little while. Is that me or am I?
I mean, I don't really watch Shuli or Carl really, but Carl not so much. He does the show with Milton, I guess. But isn't Shuli doing steel toe coverage now too? It's like how many shows are already doing that? Do we need another one?
Yeah,
You know, what
like
more can you say that hasn't been said 275 times on other shows?
I know, and I'll say Melton. I'm gonna say he's up, but he's such a master at his steel toe coverage. It's sort of everyone
Yeah,
else's pales in comparison,
yeah, true, true.
And if there's anybody on here you don't know, we could just skip them, um, or you can skip them. Uh, Schmuel's nickname at the story is "He Too Cheap." I was happy to pay the 25 cents. Uh, and they all like me. I'm the only white guy in the neighborhood, so they have they have to. Um, and oh, Peter Sky Parker, I just sent you a clip of the shit porn accusations. Um, I got to be honest, I don't care. I mean, look, Carmick's got to do something. He's doing the same shit over and over and over again. It's all
Mhm.
repetitive. Woe is me. Everybody hates me. My life is so hard. I'm 41 years old and don't go outside. So why do I want to? I I'm not helping him. Uh, so there you go. All right. So we did. Oh, I yeah, I think I don't know what Shuli's been doing, and I like the guy. I'm not. This is
Neither.
not a personal thing.
Eh.
I don't know what he's been doing. I haven't watched his show in months. And Carl to me seems like he's struggling to find new podcasts to cover.
Yeah, I mean, aren't they doing Opie? It's like, is Opie really that bad? Like, he's streaming from his beach house and where is he? The Hamptons. He's not doing bad in life. You know what I mean? Like, he's
I
kind of a dope, but I don't
y-
know. Is he
y-
worth all the coverage? I don't think so.
were you an Opie and Anthony listener?
Yeah,
Okay. So I would say the only reason I prefer Blind Mike's Opie coverage, but I see shitting on Opie because it was like I was forced to listen to him for all those years just to get Anthony and Jimmy. So um it, and he does seem miserable. I don't know how else to put it. He really does.
yeah.
He's got, you know, money, a beautiful wife, he's got kids, and he just doesn't seem happy. Um,
Looking for something, I guess.
well, he always look during the Opie and Anthony times, he always gave off the impression that he was the mastermind behind everything, and
Yeah,
none of this
yeah.
would be there if it was for him. And you know, oh, if they'd only just listened to me, we'd be bigger. And it's it's that delusion that I just love on with people so much. I love the guys that just think that they're so fantastic, and everything you look at them and you go like, no, you're not. But they can't stop. Um, the stuttering Johns of the world,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
and I don't know if Crumbum is here, but Crumbum is hilarious because he's modding for Chad, and he's been an Opie fan since Opie
Hmm.
started streaming on his own. So, uh, go Crumb. I give you credit for that.
Go
Uh,
Crumb.
Go Crumb. How about Mir Musk?
Um, I would say they're up. They're up. I've only seen clips of their show as well, but didn't they have they did a big show the other day and I don't even remember like who was on it. Oh, it was you and who else was there? JMO maybe?
Right. And
I don't
Skarika.
remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then Joey Catalano came in.
That's
Uh,
right.
yeah. I kind of think so. I put them down here. I wrote duds next to it. Because I think I think if they could find it, I know I've been doing it a long time. If they could find the right mix, like shows like that, it would be it would be more fun. But most of the stuff I watch, I'm just like, I don't know. I they it's like they're trying to troll. I know when like Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid was on there, they were like getting him to say way more things than he wanted to say, which may
Yeah.
be their goal, but I didn't really find it that interesting. And then uh Musk also drinks. No, not Musk. Mir drinks during the show, and
Mhm.
he just gets a little bit more hammered as it goes on, and he
Pulling
gets
a DeVito.
mean and angry. Well, Ray usually gets happy. Um
Yeah, true, true.
but
Yeah.
this guy but it's like, I don't know, he becomes racist and all that stuff. Um
Ooh.
and that's where I do it. Grammarly. Um, my wife has Grammarly. I never knew. I don't really even. I know what it is, but I never used it. And last week I left my computer at home. I was using her laptop, and even on Twitter, it was like Grammarly was offering to fix my tweets, and I was like,
Mm.
no. So we'll pass on that. All right. I just I don't know. I feel like with those guys, there's something there, but I, I don't know. I don't know that they're getting. I don't know that they're doing what they want to do, and the judging like the numbers. It's been on for 2 or 3 years, and the numbers just are really bad. So they don't
They need to
attract.
get rid of Skarika. He stinks.
He
I
does
said it.
think.
He
Is
stinks.
is he on there that often?
I have no idea.
'Cause
I don't
that's the
know.
reason why I didn't watch them. To be honest, that's the reason why I stopped watching them a long time ago, was they were doing a football show, and they had
Mhm.
Skarika on, and he wouldn't shut the fuck up, and he's got terrible opinions, but he
All he
takes
does is bitch about Melton. How Melton
right.
did videos on him years ago. It's like, that was like 3 years ago, man. Get over it.
Yeah, like I said to
It's
him the
so
other
weird.
night, if he'd been able to go along with it, he wouldn't be talking to 5 people, you know?
Just
Um,
laugh and you know what I mean? Everyone gets it in this world. Just
we
laugh and move on.
we all get it. I was talking to somebody today who was, um, you know, they were being called ugly, and I was like, "Well, that's not true, right?" "I know, but
Yeah.
it still hurts." And then
That's
this
just
isn't
a Tuesday for me. Who
yeah,
cares,
then
you
this just
know?
isn't the place for you, you know? Like,
Yeah, you're not meant for it
if
here.
it's gonna hurt you, you can't be here. I mean, look at
Yep.
me. This one guy's got me with kids, and somebody else has me, wanting to make shit porn. Um Look, it's Oscar Electric. Oscar Electric makes some fantastic shit, um,
Hi, Oscar.
on stuff. He did uh, the most interesting part of Keanu and Ashley. is his AI opening where they're like in the little spaceship. I don't know if you've
Oh,
seen.
I've never seen it.
It's very cool. It's very cute.
Mm.
Other than that, goes downhill. Um, so oh yeah, let's go there. Gino, our boy Gino, up or down?
Down, always down. Is he ever up? You know?
Are you aware of what went on this weekend?
Yeah, he got well, I think we all could have predicted this. He got drunk and he passed out on a bench, right? And his wife had to take care of him. Was anybody thinking he was going to do anything else?
No, but you didn't get to listen to his set, did you?
No, no.
Oh my God, it was unbelievable. You'd never, if I sat you down and said, didn't tell you anything, and then after it was over with, I pulled you aside. I said, all right, I want you to answer one question for me. How long has this guy been doing comedy? Um, if you would have answered more than 6 months, I would have been shocked. Um, he
Was it
was,
just bitching about COVID, vaccines, yelling the N word, or saying the F gay slur?
and yeah, but
Whatever.
some woman was heckling him, and he went on for 20 minutes with her.
Oh God.
um, about why she's not happy and the it's like he wants to lecture you, um, and he wants to tell you how to live your life, and
Yeah.
and he's making fun of people living in Minnesota in trailer parks, and I'm like, this guy's in like a 500 square foot apartment in East Harlem.
In
It
Harlem. Yeah. You live in the ghetto, Gino. Come
right
on.
on the fifth floor of a walk up. Um, That's and as a man of a certain age, I keep thinking that because he's like 56 or 57. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, you're you're one knee injury away from being trapped on the fifth floor. You know,
Plus, like, could you imagine being married to a man that I understand, like, people drink too much, whatever, whatever. But it seems like this happens to him all the time. Could you imagine being 55 years old and just getting blackout drunk all the time in public? That's embarrassing. That is not cool anymore, Gino. It's time
and
to
getting on
hang it up.
stage, yeah, and getting on stage and tell you how fantastic he is,
Yeah,
right?
I would divorce him in a second if that was me. If that was, my husband or
Have they
whoever.
been married for a year?
I don't know. Maybe 6 months. No, less than a year.
It's
Yeah, I
like
think they got married in the fall last year. I could
I,
be wrong.
yeah, because I'm like everybody says the same thing, but like Keanu's attractive, right? Uh,
Mhm.
she seems to have a personality, maybe.
I mean, I
Um,
guess if you wanna call it that.
right, right. Like I get my attitude is like, it might not be the greatest personality, but it would sort of be like if you were on a scale of really horrible, pain in the ass person to be with and fantastic, she'd be somewhere in the middle, like
Yeah,
tolerable
I agree.
would
I agree.
would would but like why of all the people on the planet to pick, um
I don't know. Good
this
question.
this guy, yeah, it was bad. So it was really bad. I saw Gino in Atlantic City on the first Atlantic City
Mhm.
trip, and it was essentially the same act. The same COVID thing, the same. They're trying to take our rights away,
Oh
uh,
my god.
masks, uh, all that stuff, and then you add in where the crowd is yelling. The crowd is yelling to get off, right? They were yelling for him to leave the stage, and he kept telling them how fantastic he was, and they wish they could be up there doing what he did. It was like it was wild. And then after the set, you get to see a little bit of the audience, and what started as a pretty decent crowd went. There were most of the chairs were empty by the end. It was like you lost them. But there is a great picture of him, um, singing karaoke by himself, come on, yelling to the come on to the crowd, and the room is empty.
Oh no. Listen,
So
if Karmic can get up and do the same job that Gino does and probably do a better job than him, then your job is a joke. You know, Karmic didn't do bad. Did probably better than Gino.
no, because yeah, I haven't seen Karmic stand-up set. So
It wasn't, I mean, for his first time, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
and he was thrown into it, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know that they planned it. So now, did Felicia say she was helping him write, or did he just have to get up and wing it? Do we know that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she helped him write anything anyway.
It's interesting because I find that like a lot of funny people or even talented people when they get on stage, they can't
Mhm.
perform. It's like that, you call it stage fright, but it's like it's really hard to perform in front of people. And
Yeah.
from what I've heard, he didn't have that, and that's
He
half
looked
the battle.
comfortable up there. Yeah, exactly. I could never do it. I'd be up there like, public speaking ain't my thing.
I I think I lasted about 28 seconds at the Dabbleverse thing or the Hackmania thing in the first year, and and that's also my slant on Keanu is I've rarely seen somebody that is so comfortable on stage. Like she's
Hmm.
so comfortable up there, got nothing to say, no sense of the audience, right? Like they're not paying attention, you're losing, and she just keeps going.
Kept on
And
trucking.
it's like the spotlight's on me, world, and you're going to be watching
No.
me. And her comedy is really like her personality. You ever have matzo?
Just kind of bland. Is that what you
Very,
mean? Mm.
very, and very like out of touch because she does that voice, the fancy Southern girl voice.
Oh my
My
God.
father and I were on a trip
I
to
can't stand
Paris,
it.
and he said to me
Darling.
on the plane. So it was it it was pretty brutal. Um, Prima, when I press here, it hurts, Doc. Um, that reminds me of the Bazooka Joe cartoon and the gum when I was a kid. It says, my left eye always hurts when I drink tea. And the doctor said, show me. And he says, have you ever thought to take the spoon out of the cup? Ha ha ha.
Har har
Um,
har.
yes, we are. Uh, wait, why is that working? Ah, you're all jealous of me. Yes, we are.
Yeah, I am.
All right. So we did we Carl and Shirley, and these will
Mhm.
get. What about JMO?
Um, I don't know. I would say stagnant. I mean, he's getting some help from Chow and Mint and a couple other people, but I don't know. He doesn't really seem to be going anywhere.
My DMs and chat and stuff for several days were flooded with JMO, JMO, JMO.
Yeah.
And I was on the show, the Mir Musk show with him and
Mhm.
Skarika, and there is something there. He really handled Skarika well. So
Yeah, good.
he he did good, but I don't know, like how much of it is build up, and how much of it is the guy really wanting to do this. And it's tough. Look, I suck at it, but I still do
I
it.
do too. I
So
just do this for fun. Who cares, you know?
y- you're you're fantastic, and everybody loves you.
Not everybody, but
Schmuel,
thank you.
a cookie KB threesome is happening, folks. I I'd
Oh
say
my
I'd be
God,
down.
everyone in this threesome thing with you, man.
I know. And my entire point of the threesome when I tell that story is that whenever you get three people together, one of them gets ignored. And
That's
that's
what I've heard. I've never had one, but that's what I hear. One person is just kind of sitting there watching.
well, it's like,
Eh,
but it's like a metaphor for life, you know? It's like
yep,
any threesome, somebody's always somebody, whether you're out at a restaurant or something, you know, like I go to a restaurant with my wife and her girlfriend, and the two of them wind up talking the entire time, and I'm just sitting there like, why am I here? You
yep,
know? So
yeah.
that's what I think. But you fellas would be lucky to have a KB threesome.
Oh gosh,
Um,
I'm too old. That's a young woman's game.
uh, you're believe me, you're not that old. Um, I have a feeling the Villages is got threesomes happening all the time, all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard STDs on old people is on the rise too. Ew.
I
Gross.
oh I can believe it. I can believe it. And sales of Cavaject and other other drugs probably over there as well. Cigarette Jones, Carl is sweating the depreciation value of his Florida home. Um, I don't think it matters to Carl because he's not selling it, like he rents it out. So, um, and I know when I bought mine at the beach, I was like, well, if we break even, like if I have it for 5 years and it cost me the same as it would have cost me to rent a place down here, then I'm fine with it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
just got very lucky where I bought it, and it was not due to intelligence. It was actually due to stupidity. Um, Things will pick up for Carm when he gets out of that crap hole town. Um,
Yeah, he's looking to move out of the little city of wherever he lives.
I know, but could you imagine how I was going to ask you how old you are, but I'm not. Um, the I couldn't imagine being like 41, owning a
Mhm.
home, which he says he does, and that stuff, and then picking up and moving from a very small town. It's ah, I think it would be tough. I think it would be very tough.
Yeah, that's what people do, like, in their 20s. They're like, "I'm sick of this town," and they leave, but he's, 41 and just discovering this, the poor kid.
You get really set in your ways. I have a
Yeah.
friend of mine from the program, um, who'd been sober way much longer than I was, and was always like telling me what to do and whatnot. Anyway, he moved from Jersey to one of the Carolinas, I think, whichever one Myrtle Beach is in. And
Mhm.
he called me one night. I go, this guy sounds odd, And then he called me again a couple of days later, and he's hammered drunk, right? And I'm like, this is because you're 50. Like in my head, I'm thinking like this at 50, this wasn't the greatest move. It just in my head. He blamed it on the fact that you could buy beer in a grocery store, and it was right next to the orange juice. So, which which
Sure.
I still laugh at because at least in New Jersey you have to go to a liquor store to buy beer. I was like, yeah, that's the reason, that's the answer. But yeah, I think it's really hard. Um,
Yeah.
Mr. Buckman, I have both those things, and I'm chatting in the Dabbleverse chat rooms. LOL. It's an illness like OG mumbling Nick Antifa addiction. It's definitely this is definitely an illness. Have you tried to explain this to people outside of your life?
No. People be like, "Well, what do you watch for podcasts?" I'm like, "Ah, it's comedy stuff." That they don't ask any further questions because I could never explain it, you know? How could you? How could you? You can't. And if you even if you tried, you wouldn't they wouldn't understand. They'd be like, "So, this guy doesn't like this guy? How come?" I don't know. Who knows?
Mrs. Cookie said to and told a neighbor that I podcast, and my neighbor is a retired radio executive. And at the block party last week, he wanted to know all about it. And I'm like, why did you do this to me? Because he's
Yeah.
like, yeah. And I was just, I'm like, well, it's the Dabbleverse, and then, oh, what's the Dabbleverse? And then, but he asked, like, what's the genesis of the Dabbleverse? And I'm like, I am so fucked in answering this question, because then it's like,
How much time you got, buddy?
oh, and what's the name of your channel? And I'm like, I don't want to watch you watching this. I want you to have respect for me. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a gulp. So I'm gonna
exactly.
mute for a second.
All right.
I hate the sound of ice coming through the mic. So, all right, Chris Mack. ATP was telling the J-Mode dude he was taking things too seriously. Oh God, legit. The day after he sent a passive aggressive super chat to MLC whining about Kevin not having his pay pigs backs against Melton. Skarika is really, really a sensitive little girl, you know?
Yeah, he's pretty bitch made. Not gonna lie.
And look, they were making fun of Ashley, right, for playing with the hair, but
Hmm.
Skarika the whole show is like, you know,
Yeah,
and
flipping his hair back.
so because he talks a lot of shit, so I'm not a doxer, but I said, hey, this is a finance guy, this is a big shot, kind of, at least in his own mind. So, I said, let me look him up in the financial, see what he's registered at financially. He's not registered in the United States or Canada as any kind of financial advisor. Um,
Mm,
he sells a newsletter which hasn't been updated since February, and you can pay extra for you get different levels of advice, and he pays extra for it. And the company that he had his book published, which is Newsmax, the
hmm.
sort of third tier, fourth tier TV network, um, they're not exactly self published, but very close. Apparently,
Mm,
there's like an expense sharing thing and whatnot. So basically, um, I'm going loser. I certainly wouldn't invest any money with him. And
me
that,
either.
oh man. But it's like, but that's the problem, is like he thinks he's the Gino of the finance world, right? Except the drinking. Like he thinks he's special and he's unique and you should honor him. But everybody
Ugh.
looking at him is like, no, you're a fucking loser, dude. And
Yeah.
you know, and
I love when he
I'm
brags about his porn star girlfriends. I'm like, that's not a flex.
it's
That's not
not
a
a
flex, dude.
it's no, it's not a flex. It's like saying I had the hottest prostitute last weekend, you know? Like,
Yeah,
eh, uh,
exactly.
as if I can afford it. And she's like a, what do you call it? The one it's the same one. It was like she's like from Colombia and stuff, you know? Well,
Yeah.
David, you're not good enough. I have to go back and I have to earn a living, right? If you can't keep a Colombian prostitute happy, you're not the money maker I think you are.
Yep.
So, so,
Yep.
all right. I don't know how much you're into this stuff. What do you think about have you seen Adam Bush's stuff?
A little bit. I met him in Vegas and he was very nice, but I've only seen him on one or two podcasts and he seems very uh I don't know, very very stoic, I guess. Very I don't know, maybe it's just his sense of humor is very flat like that. I don't know, but
He's very serious, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like he he describes some of the stuff and it's like he's like Scorsese describing uh the original New Testament movie and how intense and fantastic it is. I do like the guy a lot, but it's very
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, I just haven't seen him lately, but he's on the list.
Me either.
All right. What about presidential candidate Joey Catalano?
I don't really watch a lot of his stuff too, but when I do, I'm gonna get cooked for this, but he makes me laugh. I think he's funny. He's obviously not serious about any of this. At least in my opinion, he doesn't seem it, but It's always something new with him.
I think he's really serious. Um,
Oh, you think so? Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I think he's really serious about this stuff. I think he thinks that if you it's really brutally long, but if you ever got to watch the Adam Bush interview with him and Joey,
Mm.
Joey really thinks like who he is, you know? And
Oh no.
and he alternates between telling stories about being a loser and winning, and he really thinks like he was a good father, he was a good parent. And at the same time, he was a meth addict. Like I could go do meth all day and come home and be a great dad. And
Oh God.
like Adam was pointing out to him how those two things are they don't you can't do both of those things at the same time, and he
Yeah.
didn't get it. And this presidential run thing, I'm like, I talked to Joey last year, and I was like, let's you got to focus a little bit. Just like pick a couple of things that you want to do because you keep starting and stopping and nothing ever gains traction. And
Yeah, just like he wanted to be a pastor or something, right? Father,
right,
or what? Not father.
I'm
What
gonna
do they
be
call him?
right.
I don't remember.
Preacher
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Catalano and what do you call it? Brother Samuel,
yeah.
right?
Brother
Brother
Samuel.
Joseph
That was it.
Samuel, something, whatever. Um, yeah, and that lasted 5 minutes. Like everything lasts 5 minutes, and it's funny because
Yeah.
what happens is his walk and talks pull good numbers. The thing with the mag uh, I'm gonna say metal detector. I was gonna say magneto detector. Metal detector that pulled good, right? But he doesn't
Yep.
do it, and
Yeah.
there's always a reason. I think the guy should go out and I think he would be hilarious if he sat on a street corner selling bottles of cold water or sodas and yelling at the people going by. Um, that would be. I could just picture in that neighborhood the people that would come up to him and the conversations he
Oh
would get
my God.
into.
Yeah. All the
That-
Tampa like crackheads.
oh
That's
yeah,
good TV right there.
it'd be great. Like it'd be great. But it's just anyway. It just I get very frustrated, and now he's like doxing Eccles and threatening to go after him
Oh, that's
and
not
that stuff.
cool.
And I'm like, um, he's just garbage. Um, so all right. So I think we're pretty much through whatever. But here's my so this will be the last one. What do you what do you think about
Okay.
Mersh?
I like Mersh. Again, I've only seen a little bit of his streams. I don't watch him all the time, but he's he's funny to me, and I like his voice. His raspy, gravelly voice is kind of a little sexy to me. Not him like physically, but if I close my eyes and listen to him talk, I'm like, yes, needs to be on a different person.
Yeah, he's definitely got one of the best voices
Yes, I love it. I could
for
listen to him
this.
talk about nothing. Yeah,
Right. And he's got his laugh is great,
yeah,
and stuff. So I'm like, so there's all this like Stevie Lou is all wondering why is Doom clipping him? Why is Doom clipping him? And I think that Mersh may be investing a little bit more in his life trying to get back someplace because he got the super tips.
yeah.
He's been doing well with that. Um, but yeah, he is like for years there's like a bunch of documentaries about him, and he is
Mhm.
so self-destructive.
Yeah,
That's what makes him to me it's like he'll have really good takes. I also think he's got shitty takes. He
yeah,
tells great stories, which I'm sure are not his. Um, but it doesn't matter, you know?
yeah,
And they're good. And then it's like the next thing you know, he'll do something completely fucking stupid. And he can't stop like for 5 minutes not going after the people that do the advertising for Rumble. Um, or he's got to go heavy with the N word, right?
Oh
Or the F,
no,
and it's
Mersh.
just like, oh, and it's like y- you're just like going like, why? Like, why is it so hard to not do that? And then I do laugh because he was making fun of Cheeto, the guy that owns Stoney's, the
Hmm.
bar, the steel toe bar, and about him being a loser and working double jobs. And I'm like, wait a minute, a month ago we were listening to your story about having to go to Walmart pay to get your repoed car back. Like, like
Oh
judge not
man.
lest ye be judged.
Yeah.
Um, so it was funny, but that's also like for me, that's a big thing in I like in the Dabbleverse. Like I will see somebody who's morbidly obese, like the Kino Casino guy, just huge, fat, and he's calling people fat and ugly, and unironically, like just, and I'm like, I don't. I wish I had that. Like, I really wish that I had that ability to do that. I
Yeah,
I I,
same.
I can't always want to tell them like, oh, they're so nice, you know, they're so beautiful, and but I will say, I could shit on Mersh all day long, but I listen to his show almost every night
He's
now,
entertaining, I think.
and I really uh found him more when Dixon went off. Like Dixon went off Rumble, and
Mm.
I was still paying for it. So I was like, "Oh, I'll watch Mersh. I got another month before this thing runs out." And I was like, he really is entertaining for the most part.
Yeah,
I'm not into
yeah.
the gaming stuff and whatnot, um,
Mm.
but he is entertaining. But he is really a part of, and it's hard to believe that it's long enough to do this. There's an entire segment of the Dabbleverse that just not Dabbleverse of the YouTube streamers, the sector, whatever that is, that just were probably the most relevant people on in online streaming, and now like Ethan Ralph, nobody listens to. Um, Baked Alaska, like when's the last time you heard that name? And they were
Oh, a long time.
right, and all these guys were intertwined with each other, and
Yeah.
so it's like, and I've said like, and I think it was Baked Alaska went after Mersh, like they made documentaries about him, and they're really bad. Like you can't watch them and then and go like, "Wow, this guy's not. He's a like, oh, what a fucking loser," you know. And even in the O&A universe, he just gets, oh, he's Bobo's driver.
Mhm.
That's what everybody says about him, and so it's
Yeah.
like, um, but he survived everybody, right? Like he's like one of the last standing with who
True.
doesn't embarrass himself on a regular basis, but also people like. I know when we were at Hackamania, um, he had put up a Hackamania when they did it was something Aaron did, and Mersh had gotten it from somebody and put it up, and he was laughing so hard, and Mersh was like, I really should take this down because I didn't pay for the stream. And people were like, no, 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 you got to put that up there. So, but I heard some of the bigger guys saying like, if he could just control his racism a little bit, um, and his anti-Semitism, he really, he might be able to get back, onto you. He'd be much more successful. It's just the simple way to put it. So
Yeah.
it's like all that stuff. Um, and it's also very funny. Mersh thinking he's above the Dabbleverse is not cool. I think it's actually very funny because I love that. Like I love that delusion. Like Tom Myers is one of my favorites because he
Oh God.
thinks I can't watch him, but he makes me laugh so hard because he really thinks he's somebody, you know? And
Yeah.
and the way he judges other people, it's just hilarious to me. And they're not doing it out of comedy or irony or anything. They really believe it. Uh, then those are the guys that I find most entertaining.
Yeah, he'll be like, Clowntown stinks. I'm like, Clowntown gets more live viewers than you do, Tom.
Yeah,
Come on.
why would I go there? Why would I go there?
That's below
And
me. All right.
right, and Clowntown is it's like Clowntown's a great show. It also is it's very Skarika like in the guys that can't go along with the gag. Like, you know,
Yeah.
they want to be comedians, they want to be but they just get so butthurt over any little thing, you know? No, you
I
can't.
think that Nick Mullen broke Tom Meyer's brain. He's permanently damaged from Nick Mullen.
That was on Cumtown, right? Is that the
Yes,
one?
yes.
And I they had Tom on with Adam Bush and Vinnie Paulino for
Mhm.
WATP, and Tom was incapable of going with anything. And it really turned into both Vinny and Adam just kind of turning on him because they were so annoyed at it, and it was all good-natured ribbing. Uh, Gino Bobina, what's the call-in number, Schmuel? Um,
Gina?
Gino, I'll give out my phone number. I don't care. It's 201. Oh wait, I don't know. Um, I'm actually putting up a phone number. I wanted to do the phone thing, but we couldn't. I couldn't figure it out, like to get it on the system. And Sarah and I were working on it, and then it just sort of, Dave. Dave is like, he's either there in your face,
Yeah,
marching alongside you, or he's not, and you don't see him for weeks at a time. So
yeah.
that's what happens to a lot of these ideas. Uh, haha. I'm serious. This is a better room than even MLC. Well, everybody loves this chat room, and
It
but
is a fun chat.
it's what makes the room.
Yep.
And maybe one day I'll get monetized and be able to actually pay because this what the fuck is it? This Evmux is like $50 a month. It's like
Really?
yeah, and it's the same. StreamYard was about the same. I got StreamYard. Actually, still have it till October. I bought StreamYard for a year, like days before they had an increase, and they're like it winds up being like if you do it per month, it's like 50, and if you do it per year, it's a little bit less. Um, but you have
Mm,
to buy the bigger pack. Like you can't just get the basic package. You can, but it becomes for somebody who's so technologically inept as I am, it becomes impossible to try to do a show like that because you're so limited in the amount of guests you can have
yeah.
um, and what you can do. It's real.
Do you have to use Edmux to use super tips? Like they're one and the same
They're
feeling?
not they're not one and the same, but for some reason there is an issue, and I don't think it happens to everybody, but it happens to a lot of people that the voice tips will not play on StreamYard. Like,
Oh, okay.
and people constantly have problems with it. And with Evmux, there doesn't seem to be any problem at all. They
Okay.
they
I
will
get it.
they will just play. And you know, and I'm laughing because I get like 50, I don't I'll get like $5, anything. And speaking of which, we've got thank you for the $5 sorcerer. $5 a sorcerer for awesome chat. Thank you, sorcerer. I promise I'll leave you alone the next time I see you. Uh, all right. Now, KB, we all know you're a very tall lady,
Yeah,
and you've met the sorcerer.
I have.
Um, Good-looking guy, or what do you think?
Yeah, he's a good looking guy. Yeah.
And were you did you get excited by his piercing blue eyes, or
I think they're green, but yes, he's very handsome.
shh? I want you to don't blow it.
Oh, sorry.
Don't blow it. He's
Schmuel's
dreamy.
brick Schmuel's
I
bricked
want.
up over here over
I
sorcerer.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Sorcerer's fun. Um,
He is.
but
He's a nice boy.
he is, and that was very kind of him to buy all those shots. Um, I was
Oh
kind of
yeah, they were good. They were like some they were like what was the name of them? They were like fruity, kind of like him.
They were very pink, I will say that. It was
Yeah,
before
they were
he
good though.
yeah, it was before he came along, but it would be the shots that you would expect Karmic would be drinking.
Yeah.
Um, and that's what but in in any event, no, it was fun. And Hackamania was so much fun. And then watching
Yeah.
the Steel Toe anniversary show versus Hackamania, it absolutely blew me away. But thank you, Sorcerer, for the $5. Um, Panhandler, the fucking ball washing on this clown is endless. I
I
just
know,
do,
God.
I do it because I know how much it annoys Panhandler. I said earlier today he wears his misery like Joey Catalano wears a velour tracksuit. Um, it's always on and it's always out. So come on, Panhandler, cheer up. And Noga, shots fired. Oh, you have no idea about the relationship between Panhandler and I. That was like the nicest thing he's ever said to me. Um, oh, here you go, Lady KB. This is for you. Um, Lady KB, this is from Sam Bibley. What is it the most
Mhm.
you like about him?
I think you're funny, Sam, and I think you are the better Sam over Sam V,
There
in
you
my
go,
opinion.
Sam Bibley. And we don't call that ball washing when a lady does it. Um, but congrats, Sam Bay. All right, I got to wrap it up, guys. But I want to say uh,
Okay.
the big show for Thursday is am having two of the Dabbleverse's most interesting women, Little Lemmy and Ashley Cummings, will be
Oh,
coming
nice.
on. And the three of us are going to entertain you for several hours and hopefully funny. I was so happy to Lemmy agreed to do it. Um, and I'm really actually excited to have Ashley on. And I just I was talking back and forth with her, and I really feel like I don't know, I could be wrong, and I often am, but I really felt like um, she's she's better than she's been portrayed. Um, and I also think Lemmy's one of the funniest people. So
Yes, I love her.
And Lenny's been sort of persona non grata lately. Like we haven't seen that much of her um,
Yeah, where's she been? I miss
in the
her.
DV. So uh, I don't know. We'll ask her that question. But whatever it was, we got her to come out of come out of hiding and be here with us. So that'd be Thursday night at 8. And I'm very happy with that, and we'll look forward to it. And now I'm just babbling. And uh, KB has a mad beef with it. Oh, do
No, I
you?
don't. She's fine. No, we were on BYB and I was kind of fucking with her a little bit and like kind of yelling and we were going back and forth and fighting with each other, but she's
What were you
fine.
fighting for? If you
She the whole MKE thing, how she like it was kind of weird how she let him stay in your house when you just met a guy and I'm like, "Sis, that's not very safe." I didn't say it quite that nice, but you know, people love beefs and people like arguments, so that's what we did.
no, I I got it, but it really came out of you were like thinking she was taking too big of a risk because you wouldn't let
Yeah, the
MKE
way
stay
she
in your house.
no, I don't let very many people stay in my house. I have to really, really know you,
And
but yeah,
she might be a little too trusting and of
maybe.
yeah, and I also think that's like on the internet, right? Don't you sometimes get to feel like, or you see it where people think they know each other better than they do just because they've talked on the phone or uh,
Yeah, people think that people online are their friends, and like, unless I've met you in real life, and even then, are you really my friend? You know, I don't know you that well.
right. Eh,
right?
which leads me to I'll close with having you answer this question. The
Yeah,
karmic Felicia meeting in Minneapolis, right?
yeah,
Um, do you do you think she was just using it as content? Like, do you feel like she's
yeah.
taking advantage of the poor little boy?
She, uh, yeah, a bit, I think, and I think that he's very impressionable and probably hasn't been around a lot of women, and she was already like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck Karmic on one of the streams," and I was like, "Ooh, what are you doing?" So when she's like, "I'm gonna be here in Minneapolis," he was probably like, "I'm booking the next play in,"
Well, like
and it was a very awkward interaction to say
they
the
set
least.
it up though, right? I mean, they didn't they both go to Minneapolis to meet, or did they go because she was performing there?
I don't know. I don't
Oh, I
know.
thought they went. I thought they went there to meet. I yeah. I look. It's weird to me because I'll be like, wow, he's so like innocent, or naive is a
Yeah.
better word. And then I'm also
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
he's 41. So it's like, you know, I have to get a little bit realistic about it. But yeah, I think after what she did to Dixon, um, I
And
would
he saw all that happen, and for him to just jump on a plane and meet with her, I'm like, "Carm, what are you doing, my boy?"
because it's because it's like even somebody I heard somebody say it, like even if it works out, right? Like let,
Mhm.
let's say that you did have a relationship and it worked out.
Yeah,
They almost all, the odds are pretty good that it's going to end. And it's like what's coming. It's not even like I never expected it. At least Pat didn't have an idea that it could happen, you know? And then she's
all your personal business will be aired on Misery Loves Company.
and no and it's the only reason, but that's the thing is like I'm in my head I'm like, well, the only reason why Kevin wants her on, like the only thing that's interesting about her is her with now it's with Karmic and it used to be with Pat. So
Yeah,
it's like um
yeah, exactly.
Jesus, but he may be, I doubt it, but he may be like, the Bond criminal. He may be masterminding all of us and we don't have any idea. I don't think so, but anything is really
Perhaps.
anything is really possible, right? All right,
Right.
guys, we are out of here. Lady KB, thank you so much for coming on.
Of
Um,
course.
I hope you had fun.
I
Um,
did. Thanks for having me.
oh, Stealth turned on you too. Wait. I'm sorry, I can't let you go yet. Stealth turned on KB2. Big W. Damn, I must have missed that part. I was
Oh, I
like,
don't know. I have no idea if he did. Oh,
yeah,
well.
what a strange fucking dude, man.
Yeah.
And if you watch the Mirror, it's Mirror Musk, right? Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
all right. So if you watch Mirror Musk, you the thing with Stealth that's so interesting is when he's talking, when people are listening, he's very engaged. But
Yeah.
when the conversation turns to somebody else, even for a couple of minutes, he's like he he's completely like, oh, he doesn't pay attention to anything because it's like, oh, I'm not the center of attention. How could
Yeah, we were on Clown Town and I think there was 4 or 5 of us, and if someone, yeah, like you said, if someone was talking to him, he was fine, but as soon as we had other conversations, he'd be like, "Oh, you have a super chat. Oh, this guy said this." And he would answer in the chat, and I'm like, "You're disrupting the flow here." So,
yeah, he
I don't
he
know.
just yeah, it's like he's got that need because that's how I came to know who the guy. I didn't even know who the guy was, and that's how I came to
Me
know who
either.
the guy was. Is he was in the chat telling me what to do. Oh, you're doing this wrong. This is how you need.
Mhm.
And I'm like, who are you? And then he said to me at some point, well, he won't send me the link. He's not going to get the stealth bump. And I'm like, what is the stealth? I've never seen any evidence of a stealth bump, you know? But Cigarette Jones is a huge stealth fan, and Cigarette helps out with the show all the time. So
Mhm.
I did offer Stealth the link, and then he backed out. He was like, I want to come on, but now he needed to have other people come on with him.
Oh, he could have came on tonight.
He could have. He's. I've always said I want him to do a one-on-one because I really want to hear what he's thinking. We'd always bring people in later, but it's like,
Hmm.
you know, let's hear what you really got to say. I think this is actually Cigarette Jones. I believe Liam is really pulling the strings. Um, I think that would be really funny. And somebody put up a tweet today of locked up Hostess cakes in their local CVS, and I have seen that with Doritos, and I immediately thought of Liam. Cigarette Jones, I will disagree with you on that one. All right, let's find one chat to close up with. Uh, and here we go. Mud Sharks to goodnight. Yes, this is it. Dave Sarah knows all about the stealth bump.
Heyo.
Boom. Gina, I will give out a phone number. I will pull it. I will put it up. It's part of the plan, but the only way I could do it would be to like put you on speakerphone, and I don't think anybody would hear that. So if somebody knows how I can solve that problem, and I think I may just have solved it in a moment. Primum, Liam is pulling his micro penis.
Oh God.
I'm apparently obsessed with Liam, so I'm not allowed to say
Oh.
anything. You know,
Hmm.
he's such a star, and I'm such a nobody. Um, and uh, all I know is we both went to the same strip club when we were not of age. So there you go. Gina Bobina, get a phone line for the next show. I have a phone line, and I actually think I know. I just I have an iPhone, right? And the iPhone doesn't really work well with Windows. It's a pain in the ass. And but I also have an Android, and I saw the what do you call it? The phone link. So I have it hooked up. So I think actually I can take phone calls online. I just don't know if anybody will be able to hear them. So we'll give that a shot. I don't want to bore anyone with that, and I certainly wouldn't want to upset um, Mr. Peter Sky Parker with poor audio. Um, so, Schmuel, did you drop out of use at the age of 48? Um, I don't. I don't get it, but I am useless, and I've been useless for a long time. All right, guys. Uh, have a great night. Thank you so much, Lady KB.
Of
And
course, anytime.
I've always been annoyed that you were the original KB, and yet you're the one that had to change their name. But
Ah, I just roll with it. You know me.
I know, but you're this is the original KB, guys, and you all need to know that. And the Dabbleverse would
Oh
not be
God.
here were it not for her. There's your ball washing, Mr. Panhandler.